Rose Mebesius, and that's not an easy name, except once you get used to it. Well, my house burned down about 2 years ago, and I'd lived here 71 years. And when my house burned down, of course I didn't know where to turn. And we found Blaze, and they conformed to what we had to work with as far as finances were concerned. And they were very, very personable and very interested. And they said they could do it for what our finances were. And they went through all the red tape for me. I didn't have to worry about anything on that score. The owner of the company, he was very, very cooperative, as well as everyone on the staff. When I did manage to get out here, everybody was very cooperative. Of course, we ran into some things that made me unhappy, but I think that's just part of a construction. But I can say that Blaze tried to please us in every way. In fact, they did more than they said they were going to, or that we asked them to do. Oh, there you are, Larry. I'm glad you're here too. He was a pinpoint in this construction because he took an interest, and he was here to see that everything was done as they said they would do it. I can't say enough kudos for him. It was early in the morning, and
they came out and they put the fire out. It was pretty local, just a small area that it affected at that time. And then they were supposed to come back later on to check on it.
And what do you know?
And they didn't come back.
Well, there were 2 other house fires the same morning, and so they were called away. And they never did come back to check it. And the next day, and then of course it was still going and discovered by the neighbor next door. But by that time I was out at my daughter's house and planning to stay there until I could get back. But by the time I learned about that, the house was not livable. And so they had to tear it down and not rebuild it, but actually tear it down to the ground. Well, my son-in-law found them, and I don't really know how he went about it, except maybe with his cell phone. We just had so much to work with, and he scouted around, and Blaze was the one that came up to be able to handle it. And they had their work cut out, believe me. They had this, the city of Portland didn't make it easy. And when I had a chance to talk to Ken, who owns the company, I mentioned you too, Larry. He was very pleasant. And I have to say, they tried to please me in every way. But you know, you did it mostly through Ray. I said I wanted him to handle it because I had quit driving at 100.
Your birthday's in May?
My birthday
is in May?
In May.
Yeah.
I'll be 105, I can't believe it. And every time we go into a store, whoever I'm with, if I'm with my daughter or one of my friends, they always mention it. Otherwise, I don't think about it. Glad to be back in my house, thanks to Blaze.